The contents of lecture number 10 are properties of cube roots of unity. Since we have already discussed and derived the properties of cube roots of unity, so in today's lecture we are going to recall those properties in order to use them to evaluate the expressions given in exercise 2.2. So second content of today's lecture is evaluating the given expressions using those properties. So before using those properties, let's recall them one by one. The first one is the product of cube roots of unity is 1. Since we know that the cube roots of unity are 1, omega and omega square, so their product will be omega cube and it is equal to 1. Similarly, sum of cube roots of unity is 0. That is, we are going to write that 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. This property can also be written as omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. If we shift minus 1 towards the other side, we get omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. Similarly, it can also be written as omega plus 1 is equal to minus omega square. If we shift omega square towards the other side, we get omega plus 1 is equal to minus omega square. Similarly, it can also be written as omega square plus 1 is equal to minus omega. By shifting omega towards the other side, we get omega square plus 1 is equal to minus omega. So this property can also be used in these ways. The next property is each complex cube root of unity is reciprocal of the other. Since we know that the complex cube roots of unity are basically represented by omega and omega square, so if one is omega, the other one is the omega square, we can write them as the reciprocal of each other as omega is equal to 1 by omega square, or omega square is equal to 1 by omega. The last property is each of the complex cube root of unity is the square of the other. Complex cube roots of unity are represented by omega and omega square. So if one complex cube root of unity is represented by omega, the other one will be represented by omega square. That is, if omega is equal to minus 1 plus iota under root 3 whole divided by 2, then omega square is equal to minus 1 minus iota under root 3 whole divided by 2. So we can say that each complex cube root of unity is the square of the other. So to use all these properties, you must learn these properties. Exercise 2.2, question number 2, evaluate, and its first part is 1 minus omega square whole power 7. Here we have to solve the sums by using the properties of cube roots of unity, and we will minimize the existence of omega and omega square by using the learned properties of cube roots of unity, so that we will have to replace these omegas by simple real number. So the resultant expression should be a real number. It should not be in terms of omega. So let's start the solution of its part 1. We may observe over here that negative sign is with both omega and omega square. So if we take out this negative sign as common, we will be having 1 minus bracket omega plus omega square bracket closed whole power 7. Here we can use the property that is sum of all cube roots of unity is equal to 0, and we also studied that particular property can be used in 3 other ways, out of which the most appropriate one to be used here is omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. So if we replace this omega plus omega square by minus 1, we will just take 2 to the power 7, which will be equal to 128. So the resultant expression which we just get after putting the value of omega plus omega square, we just get 128. It is not in terms of omega, it is a simple real number. The next sum which we are going to do is part 5 of question number 2, evaluate, and the expression given over here is minus 1 plus under root minus 3 whole power 6 plus minus 1 minus under root minus 3 whole power 6. These are similar to the expression which we got after finding the cube root of unity, which were obviously the complex cube roots of unity, and we recognized them as omega and omega square. So we are going to use that particular fact that omega and omega square can be used to recognize these two complex cube roots of unity. So here we know that if omega is equal to minus 1 plus under root minus 3 whole divided by 2, then if we multiply 2 on both sides, we will just get 2 omega is equal to minus 1 plus under root minus 3. Similarly, if omega square is equal to minus 1 minus under root minus 3 whole divided by 2, this implies that 2 omega square is equal to minus 1 minus under root minus 3. So we can easily replace these two expressions by 2 omega and 2 omega square. We are replacing these expressions by 2 omega and 2 omega square so that we may use the properties related to the cube roots of unity to simplify the given expression to a simple real number. So here we will put 2 omega and 2 omega square in place of these two expressions. After putting these 2 omegas and 2 omega square, we will just get 2 omega to the power 6 plus 2 omega square whole power 6.